Alright, good morning.
If you want to review recent events, you should check the corpus. Why not open your ring terminal and take a quick look?
Alright, I need to... And I rode over here to record a video. And I need to go back now. Matter of fact, I should check to see if there's anything here to deliver before I go. What's up, Drip Rom? What's up, Whiskey Dad? Oh, I had something to deliver over here. Okay.
Hello, good to see you again. I'm bringing up the... All this much cargo all by...
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Be sure to lend us a hand.
Order completed. Well done.
I know we're going back over to... We're definitely going to there, so we can just put that in my backpack. I need to also start paying attention to, can I make one here? I can. No, I cannot, because he doesn't have something. Chiral crystals, because I robbed them all. There's a mine above that station. Cool. Oh, I don't see it yet because we're not on the grid. So it's probably once I get the next grid connected. Ooh, but I'm already starting to see zip lines show up. That's good. Alright. God, the auto drive is amazing. I can sit here and eat my biscuit and drink my coffee. Alright, I gotta go back up on the mountain.
Snag.
Somebody just dropped a bunch of shit here that my auto thing's gonna
Hook
pick
that
up.
one. Snag. Hook that one.
And there's the man we've been... You've done a mountain of orders for us. We sure...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Glad you were able to
Order completed. Well done.
Does he have everything's for this lady up the hill we're going to meet? Nope. I think we just gotta go back up the hill.
Safety first. Remember to rest safe.
Got zip lines now, that's good. Alright, up and over.
sorry, but you have to stay on board. It's too dangerous to go out by yourself. And you'll have to put on your shoes.
Gotta wear shoes, Darty.
Look at this, Tamara. They're not quite ripe yet, but I think they might.
Okay.
It's okay, Tamara, really. For you.
Take a shower, Sam. Dude. Can't believe you're laying down like that without taking a shower first. That's gnarly. Let's sleep till morning. You're already in bed. You're already filthy.
Hey Sam, had yourself a good kip? There's something we'd like to discuss with you. Mind coming to the bridge for a quick chat?
Sure. Use the toilet, shower. What about that apple that they gave me? Apple is just for show. ¿Dónde está la playa? What's up, Thander? Playa is a long way away from where I live. Technically, there are beaches. There are river beaches where I live. But no beach. How am I liking the game so far? Asks Sean Becker. I've got a review up on YouTube. You can go watch at your leisure.
Glad you're here.
Early thoughts and initial
I
review.
thought both of you should have a say in this. Listen,
Shoot, my wife too, Whiskey.
about the girl.
You're not getting in that
Tomorrow.
bed looking like that.
This is the spot where we picked her up. We're still reading Tarfall activity there, which means there might still be a passage to the other side. It's possible she could still use it to go back home.
You want to send her back to that hellhole?
If that's where her family is, it's where she belongs.
You've got to be kidding me.
This isn't her world. She isn't one of us. That chrysalis, we found her inside. It was filled with a fluid that contained amino acids. One's identical in structure to the kind found in tar.
I'm sorry. There are amino acids in tar? As in proteins?
Of course. How else did you think that chiral creatures could emerge from it? Or to be more accurate, be born from it? Some have even theorized that the tar is a sort of primordial soup.
Wait, are you saying that tomorrow is a chiral creature?
No, not at all.
Hey, we got a new $20
Her
member over on
DNA and
Patreon.
cellular structure prove that she's human.
Thank you for that, R.W. Harper.
The world we found her in was filled with the dead. Almost like some kind of beach. But tomorrow herself is alive. She's a living human being. We should look after her here. Women and children and the weak have always been easy targets. In every conflict and disaster, we're always the first to suffer.
But even if her world is as bleak as you suspect, she may still be happier there, surrounded by the friends and family she knows and loves.
Friends and family don't guarantee happiness.
That is very true
Not in the
right there.
least.
Friends and family don't guarantee happiness, especially
I
family.
understand how you feel, but I believe she should stay with us. Sam,
Just because of your blood don't mean they're gonna make you
Saw
happy.
her home, and it was a hellhole. We can't send her back.
What's up, Floristic?
all right. I'm pulling rank and making the call. She stays,
Pulling rank.
at least until things have calmed down. Understood?
Yep, you're welcome, Showcaser. I had a lot of fun with I did a burglar in Lotro.
Did you hear
Man,
that just now? It came from the hall outside.
I think it was like a couple years back, maybe last year. Whenever they did the most recent legendary servers, I started a burglar. I did a River Hobbit burglar, and I gotta say the burglar was pretty fun. And like, especially like, I was surprised because I didn't know. The last time I played a burglar was when like 2010 or something. And back then the game was still so group oriented. The burglar really wasn't a lot of fun solo. But now they've revamped the whole game so it's a solo game with optional group play elements. And so they've added all this solo flair to the burglar. And like I can't remember what line it is. It's the Riddler line. But if you spec into that line, you'll get these reactives where you get a heal over time dot on yourself every time you successfully. I think it's every time you successfully parry a blow with the burglar, you'll get a heal over time dot on yourself, and then you can bump up your parry rating with your points in the trait system, so you can effectively get yourself to where you're proccing these heal over times constantly during combat. There is a limit to how many you can proc during, any given, like it's per minute, I think. But you can essentially just become this. You can't take on waves of mobs like you can with like a guardian or something else, but you can effectively run around and just slaughter things as a burglar. Sneak attack, stab, finish it off, take a few hits, and then heal over time. Nah, starting areas don't really affect anything other than just like the flavor of the starting area. That's all it is. They all have different regions. My brother says, and I didn't know this because I haven't rolled a new character in half a decade. Because we're playing on Sunday nights, right? And so my brother's kids just rolled new characters recently. And he said that there's apparently some newer starting zones, or a new player experience that I was not aware of. Because one of his kids accidentally did the old one, which is my niece, and she was really confused because it wasn't telling her what to do. And my nephew did the new player experience, and it was like teaching him all these things, and there was glowing trails leading him to the places he needed to go and everything else. Anyway, the starting regions don't matter. It's just flavor. It's like level 1 to... Depends on where you go. Like, Arid Luin, I think, is like 1 to 15. The Shire is 1 to 15. They're all like 1 to 15 starting. Because everybody eventually sends you to Bree. All paths lead to the Prancing Pony, because that's the Fellowship of the Ring's journey from the Shire to Mordor. And so all paths will eventually push you to go to the Bree to go to breed to the prancing pony around level 15 to 20. So it's just where do you want to level up your character for the first, you know, dozen hours you're playing or so. All right, I got to get some more coffee, and then we're going to go to the surface and see what's up. We actually did not play not last night. I guess yesterday was Monday. I took yesterday off. Sunday night we did not play because the kids they wanted to go play. They wanted to go pick blackberries. So I took a much needed break.
Sam, I can't find tomorrow. She must have left in Magellan at some point.
Oh, we're gonna have to go track down a kid.
Room terminal, so we have no way of tracking her position. And the continent is full of dangers she's never encountered.
I should mention she didn't appear to have received even a single vaccination. So I decided to repurpose the batch Deadman left for Lou and gave her the full gamut. She's been immunized against just about everything, so you've got nothing to worry about on that score.
But she's still a stranger in the world that isn't her own. And I don't think she's capable of surviving out there. Not all by herself. Please, Sam. Find tomorrow for us.
And be sure to take a weapon with you, just in case.
Oh, we always have to take
When you're
weapons
ready,
with us.
check the main order on the delivery terminal for more information
No, Lotro is not being remade in Unreal. Amazon is building a new Lord of the Rings multiplayer game that got announced like 3 or 4 years ago. But Lord of the Rings Online from Standing Stone Games is not being remade in Unreal. It is what it is, and it will never get any better or worse. It's just kind of stuck in limbo as an 18-year-old MMO.
Sam, something worrying came to my attention while I was searching for tomorrow. There have been a few reports of mechanized belligerents in this region.
Mechs.
You should consider them hostile if and when you come into contact.
I haven't met mechs
So,
yet.
review your equipment loadout via the delivery terminal and make sure you're prepared for anything. Only then should you pick up the next main order.
All of Drawbridge is committed to helping you find tomorrow. Let's bring her back home, Sam.
Come here, Blanca. You moving again? Alright. Tomorrow is vanished from the DHV Magellan. All of the tracks that she has left. Ah, I forgot I could minimize these. There we go. Okay, so I've got an assault rifle armed with MP bullets effective against any target. So I can do mechs with that. Still, to be safe, I think my trank gun only works against humanoids. Ah, here it is, machine gun. Okay, against any target. Just in case, we need some heavier weapons. Try to locate tomorrow by following her tracks. This will probably be on foot. At least to start.
Look, Sam. Tomorrow's footprints. Why don't we see where they lead?
Come back,
Sam, look at that vehicle. It's registered to tomorrow. She must have used it. Perhaps she was trying to make her way across the river.
Well, somebody else left a vehicle here. I'm gonna... Alright, come on now. Why isn't it leaning back like it's supposed to? There we go. So it's the green footprints. It's gotta be these ones because these are the ones that lead away. Back down. Makes no sense. Did she leave something inside of it? Those footsteps lead in. No, they don't. Not entirely.
I knew you'd be coming, Sam. You're looking for someone important to you. Don't worry. I've just found her. I can sense her presence to the south of here. She's heading towards the Northern Environmental Observatory. I'm sorry. The fluctuations in the tar currents make it difficult for me to be more specific than that. But hopefully this will be enough to help you catch up to her. You'll both be in my prayers.
No, that's... Don't want to do that. So, Northern... Hang on, somebody's got a message coming in.
We refined our search parameters for tomorrow based on what the dowser told you. Sure enough, we found a promising lead. Tomorrow appears to be headed towards the area where that Tarful happened. The place you rescued her from. I want you to make your way there, Sam.
Okay, that's a long-ass way away. Which, honestly, I can get to by taking the road. So... I might as well take the bike, because I don't know what's going to happen to me along the way, and this guy left me a free bike to use, so why not? Jerome says it's weird that you can't see the bridge I built. Huh, yeah. It is weird. What's up, Transcend? Hey, I can pick things up again on the bike. I haven't ridden the bike in forever. I see zip lines. No, I want that to turn back around. Can you not pick things up when you're boosted? Tombs. Your name is Green now. Oh, that means you've gone into membership. Well, I appreciate the support, Tombs. Thanks. Channel members for the win. Good luck with the backlog. There's a couple hundred videos in the member section.
Definitely not alone.
Alright, somewhere over here. There we are. Somebody's got a bridge made and everything up here. Yay! Shit, I almost launched off. Alright. Ease our way over here. Look at all these abandoned vehicles right here. You know something's about to go down, given the fact that there's just like a bunch of abandoned vehicles. That's lovely. This is not a good sign. Gifted means someone gave you the subscription. On the off chance you didn't do it manually. Like you woke up and there was magically a membership. You were gifted.
Stretch my legs.
Did not mean to do that. Pick it back up. Bring out the big guns just in case. I don't know what we're about to face up ahead. But I know my trank gun ain't gonna work because if it's mechs, my trank gun only does humans, I think. Actually, it might even show me. Yeah, it's only humans. No BTs, no mechs. Oh, excuse me. Oh man, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I slept so much yesterday. Her jacket. What are you? First time I've seen mechs.
Sam, we have to deal with these mechs first.
Yeah.
We can fight tomorrow once that's done.
Combat gloves level 2 for the win. Ghost blade. I want to pick one of those up. Oh, well, this isn't gonna do any good against him. Melee is gonna be like the best way to take them down, apparently.
Excellent work, Sam. Now then, let's see if we can learn anything of use from this jacket.
Okay.
It could point us in the right direction.
I'm gonna need, I probably should take like 3 days, 2-3 days off. My eyes feel better, but still, I've only been playing for 45 minutes, I can definitely still feel it. You know what I did yesterday? Oh, that was cool. So I took the whole day off, but I did some video editing, and it was bothering me a bit, and I finally just augmented the size of everything on my monitor and bumped it up to 125% instead of 100%. And like within like 10 minutes, my eyes were like, oh, this feels much better. So it's just, I'm getting older. That was trippy. I started having problems when I played Tainted Grail about a month ago. That game was an unoptimized hot mess. And I just haven't taken a break. I've been playing like 12 to 15 hour days of Dune Awakening, and my eyes were just fatigued, worn out, overused. Dude, this is awesome. I've also decided I'm going to go ahead and, for the sake of my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my monitor. So I've been using this monitor for 7 years. So yesterday I spent a lot of time researching 4K monitors. So she's a badass. And she can use the tar to teleport. Yeah, I'm going for the one I'm looking at is a 32 inch.
I didn't have anywhere else to go.
I have a 27 inch right now, curved. But because I feel like my eyes are getting older, I'm gonna get a 32 so that I can have bigger fonts and more screen size to have things be bigger and not feel like it's crowded, if that makes sense.
I don't know.
Because I'm on a 27 incher, and when I bumped up to 125, 125% yesterday, everything feels a little crowded because the fonts all got bigger. So if I get a 32 inch, I should be able to still have that feeling that I want. So I don't know. I'm still researching, but there's an MSI 4K monitor on sale right now. It's like 27% off. So I'm probably going to order that one and just see what it's like. But then I got to get I'll have to get a boom arm for the monitor I'm using now, and then I'm just going to stack them, and then that way I can have my chat, which is over here right now. I'll be able to move that up top and have 3 monitors.
Am I really alive?
Well, yeah.
Assuming this 8-year-old laptop that I use for my stream machine can handle 3 monitors. It struggles some days.
But I saw how everyone was fighting because of me.
I'm sorry.
All that wasn't your fault. We're just worried about you. What?
I don't think I ever had a family. Do you have one?
No. Not anymore.
You miss them?
Yeah.
So, I can stay on the ship? Thank you.
Well, what I am looking for right now, as well, Tombs, is I told Chris yesterday that if I'm going to upgrade the monitor, I'm also going to keep my eye out for an upgrade to the stream box, because
You have a very special gift.
It's not
tomorrow. It could help us.
It still works great, but it is an
But for
8-year-old
that to
laptop,
happen,
and it does
you first need
sometimes
to learn
struggle
how
when
to
I'm
control
running
it.
multiple things at the same time.
Want to come work for us?
Like if I tab out,
You can stay on the ship.
you'll
as long
sometimes
as you
hear
like.
like a hitch in the audio of the game, or the
This is
stream will
our
kind of
gift to you.
hitch a little bit, and that's because the processor is
As
like,
long
wait,
as
you're
you
trying to
have
run
it,
Google Chrome
We'll find you.
at the same time that you're running
No matter where you
Elgato
go.
capture card and 2 monitors.
Welcome to Drawbridge. To our little family.
This is a perfect example. I think Whiskey said this a minute ago on Twitch. You could choose your friends.
Come on.
Excuse me, you
let's
could
head
choose your.
inside.
What did you say? You can choose your friends, but not your family. Well, technically, you can choose your family as well. That's just the case here. Blood don't mean shit. I honestly, I've done a big screen before, Dribrom. I have a 49-inch 4K smart TV that I used to use as a monitor when we were living in the city, like 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago, and it was too much screen space. Like I literally would get eye fatigue using that thing because I would be it's all of this. It was too much screen space for me. I noticed it the most when I was playing like that was when I was playing Call of Duty with my cousins, and I would get horrible eye fatigue after like an hour and a half, 2 hours of playing. Um, it's just a lot of real estate. 27 inches feels pretty good. I'm really interested to see what the 32 is going to be like. I'm trying to stick to curved monitors because I really do like the curved. I tried to use a flat monitor a while back and was like, I don't know. I really like the curved ideas, so I've been trying to. That's what I was doing yesterday, just pricing curved monitors and trying to find one that that actually like. Because a lot of them, it's like I don't really care about OLED. One of the things I'm worried about with the OLED, even though it has better image quality, is like because I live in a hot area and we have a lot of problems with just power outages and stuff. I would hate to blow $1,500 on an expensive OLED monitor only to have, a power outage or something. So I'm much more interested in like budget options for $500, $400. Something that, is gonna get me what I need without blowing the bank. But I actually talked to Chris last night. I was like, what if I should just plug the smart TV and use that as a because I have a 49 inch. The only limitation on that is it only has a 60 frame or a 60 hertz refresh rate. Um, so, and I know for a fact because I used it before that I get eye strain when I use that big monitor.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
I'm just getting old is what it comes down to. And when you're playing these 12-hour days, I probably need to go get prescription glasses. I needed to increase the font size. Like I said, I've never had problems. But I tell you what, it started like a month ago when I was playing Tainted Grail, and it has not gotten better since then. It's just been like every day it's gotten worse. And I took a day off 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Like I took a Sunday off, felt refreshed, came back, felt really good, and then it progressively got to the point where Saturday or Sunday, whenever it was, I was like, I gotta take another day off. I didn't have a completely screen-free day yesterday. I still did video editing, probably about 3 hours of video editing.
This is Heartman. We took the liberty of loading
I probably need to just have like a good 24 to 48 hours of no screen time. Is probably what I need to do.
With some mysterious mechanized assailants while searching for tomorrow, right? Well, after comparing their data to that of the gargantuan mech Higgs summit, I've concluded that all of these contraptions appear to operate on the same underlying technology. None of them have been fitted with remote operation modules, nor are they capable of autonomous function. They're not robots, in other words. The bloody things don't even have drivetrains or core units. They're almost like puppets with no strings. They don't require chiral network coverage to function either. Though I'll be damned if I know how that's possible. It's almost as if they're spirit-driven machines. Ghost mechs, to give them a name. I'd say it's a safe bet that there are more of these things out there. So to ensure that you're prepared to face them, we've added a Ghost Mech archive to the VR weapons and combat training program. Access it to check out the data we've collected regarding these mechs so far. Anyway, next up you'll be disembarking to go and connect Heartman's research facility to the network.
Heartman!
He's an old mate of yours, I understand. Once you've made your preparations, access the Dowser's delivery terminal to get underway. Of course, the DHV Magellan can take you directly to the Dowser's shelter if you like.
Yes, please.
So if that's your preference, go ahead and give us the order to head there.
Take a shower first.
Rainy. Something wrong tomorrow? Bye, Sam.
Yeah, I think I was telling Chris that the other day. We were talking about, and I feel like most of the regular members of the audience who are here like every day, I think we're all over 40. Probably most of us are over 45. I do have, a few younger audience members, but I think most of the regulars are definitely in the same age bracket. Spring chicken Thandar. Little baby at 32. Oh, how cute. My brother is 31 or 32. And he made a post the other day because he's a ranch guy, right? He's been working ranch his whole life, so his body's pretty, for his age, he's definitely beat up. And he posted, there's a TikTok meme video about, it's just a sweet treat. It looks like a sweet treat. If you know TikTok, you'll know what I mean. If you don't know TikTok, you're not gonna know it. But he had a bottle of ibuprofen open, and he was doing a meme video about the ibuprofens being sweet treats, and talking about, oh, old age sucks. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, Mr. 31, 32-year-old. But in his defense, his body is pretty gnarly. He's blown out his back and other stuff. But I was just laughing, like, just wait till you get to 45, buddy. Then you and I can have a talk. The first Call of Duty. Well, I've played all of the campaigns. I really like the campaigns. I just like the gunplay in those games, Tombs. I think it's some of the best gunplay out there for shooters. And even though the campaign storylines are kind of generic and it's always, oh, America, good guy, rest of the world, bad guy, whether it's, oh, we're fighting the Russians this time, or it's the unnamed Sri Lankan, Southeastern Asian, or this time it's the Middle Eastern bad guys. Like, it's always very formulaic and very sort of generic. It's kind of like watching any old action film from the 80s. The bad guys are the Russians, good guys are Americans. Like, that part of the story is very generic, but I've always had fun playing those games because I like the gunplay and stuff. Equally so, I used to love the Sam Fisher games, Splinter Cell, when Michael Ironside was doing the voices. My cousins and my uncle are like hardcore Warzone fans, and so they love the Battle Royale thing, and they've always loved the multiplayer Call of Duty. So they've always played. So I have it's my mom's sister, her husband, and their kids. I have 3 cousins. We used to all play together. We would all get together at their house and have all-nighters playing like GoldenEye multiplayer against each other. Then it was Halo, the first Halo multiplayer against each other. And then just over the years, we all drifted apart because we all moved to different places. But periodically, we've all gotten together again to do stuff. But they all play nonstop. They all have Battle Pass subscriptions. They're way up the Call of Duty asshole. Like, they love Call of Duty, and they play all of it, all the time. It's the only game they play. They all have PlayStations, and the only game they play is Call of Duty. And the last time I joined them was 2019, maybe? 18 or 19. I joined them for Warzone for about 3 months, and it was fun, but I just don't. I've told this story. I think it's been a while back. I had to quit playing with them because they're toxic. They are toxic. They're adults now, and like, they anytime someone wins, they immediately start accusing the other side of being cheaters and hackers. They're the same people that I can't stand in Dune Awakening. Like, the people who are like, all they do is yell about cheaters and hackers, and the cheaters and hackers don't exist. No one's cheating and hacking, but they're just sore losers. And so that guy got really old of playing with them after that. And then I think the breaking point for me was one day my uncle couldn't be there, so we joined. One of their friends joined instead of my uncle, and we were playing, and their friend, like, we died to another team, and their friend went off and started yelling about that effing N-word cheater, and I went, what did you just say? And he just kept using the N-word. He used the N-word like a dozen times about the team who just kicked our ass. And like, my cousins never said a word about it, and I was just like, I gotta go, guys. Have a great night. And that was the last time I played with them, because I was like, I can't be around people who are gonna willingly just let someone rant about, using the N-word against another player. Like, I couldn't believe that no one said anything. It was just like, I literally was like, what did you just say? No, no, no. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Good luck, guys. And I left. Like, just, it's like, I'm not gonna be around that. So I have not gone back to play with them, and they've asked me 6 or 8 times now over the past few years, hey, when are you gonna come back and play with us? And I'm just like, nah, I'm not interested. Like, I don't want to be around that mentality. Just like the trash talking and like racial slurs because someone's better at the game than you. Yeah, I'll pass. Hard pass. Um, but I do like the campaigns a lot. I just love the gunplay in those games. And I did quite enjoy. I was playing the DMZ like, man, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. I went and did the DMZ and had a lot of fun doing it.
Dad! Mom! This way.
But the DMZ I like because it's an extraction, and I'm not really a huge fan of the extraction genre, but I love the gameplay so much, and because the DMZ you can play solo, you can also do it with, if I had a squad of players, I think it would be a lot more fun, but just doing it solo was still fun, because you could and then trying to, join with the randos, it would be okay from time to time. But, I don't know. It's one of the reasons I'm looking forward to getting back into Destiny 2 is because I also remember I like the gunplay in Destiny 2. It's also sci-fi. I had a lot of fun playing it with my brother, so it's going to be interesting playing it from a solo perspective this time. I'm sure I'll meet up with Transcend and do some group stuff as well. But I'm approaching it this time from the perspective of I'm going in by myself, whereas when I played Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 the first time, I was doing it with my brother, so it was always a duo thing. I like the DMZ teams. I think there's a lot to be said for how good the DMZ is running it with other players, because it can be a lot of fun. And I was actually surprised. I had not played this since 2019, but Red Dead Online is still going, right? And I had forgotten about it because they announced in like 2018, 2019 that they were just abandoning all of the future. They left the servers up, but they're not actively developing any new content for Red Dead Online. It apparently still has a thriving community, and Cassis Plays, who is a channel member here, and I think he also is a channel member on Twitch. He's definitely a YouTube channel member, and I think he also Twitch. He's another streamer, and he has been playing Red Dead Online recently. And I was watching him stream it yesterday, and I was surprised. Like he was like he had joined up with a bunch of randoms, and they were running quests together, and I was like, damn, does that look fun? Because I put a few hundred hours into Red Dead Online back around 2019. Chris tried it and enjoyed it. There's something to be said for those online, they're not quite MMOs, but they have multiplayer co-op stuff. I don't know, reminiscing. Take on a main, oh, it's because I'm not at the Dowsers. Okay, that's right. Speaking of Dune, never fear, guys. We will be back in Dune Awakening here in a little bit this morning.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
I think our guild is getting its first ever deep desert base set up today or tomorrow. And I think we are finally able to declare for the Lands Rad, which I think we're doing this week. So this week's going to be interesting with Dune Awakening because we're getting into like end game territory now with the group, and then I have to do more base building because I'm supposed to get, like, part of my contribution is I'm getting my base set up for all the T6 production. So we're going to end up putting like all of the tier 6 refineries and everything else at my guild base. So I got to put some more time in. Thankfully I'm finished with the gear grind. Like, I don't need any more gear. I bought my last 2 pieces yesterday for 100,000 Solari. So I'm done. I have a full set of the T5 Unique Light, a full set of the T5 Unique Heavy, a full set of T5 Unique Gear, I have a full set of everything of the T5 Uniques, and like, not even tier 5, it's like upper tier 5, lower tier 6 stuff. So the only thing I have left that I could potentially get would be the tier 6 gear, which is Plastinium. And that is, I don't care about it. I don't care about it. So since I'm done with the gear grind, I can now focus entirely on Landsrat activities, base building, and just helping contribute with the guild. So I'm going to focus on the base build, and I'll probably still run, I'll keep running the deep desert testing stations because that's good cash, and it'll help me eventually get to the point where I can buy all the spice and things I need. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but it's also like I've seen some people blaming Funcom for that, and it's like, it's not a Funcom, it's not their fault. Like, when they made the patch, what it did was, because it randomly spawns testing stations, something obviously, I mean, yes, it is their fault, but no, it's not. Like, bugs are never someone's fault. And that's a hard thing for some people to swallow. They're like, it's their fault. It's like, no, it's a bug. A bug is not someone's fault. A bug is an unintended side effect of something else. So a bug is never a purposeful thing that you should be blaming someone for. A bug is a mistake, an error. It will get fixed. But people have emotions and don't use rational thinking sometimes. But when they made the change, it randomly reset some of the deep desert testing stations, and some of those ended up getting placed next to player bases, which flagged those bases as PvP. Now, what needs to happen in the future, and I guarantee you they are going to be patching this in, is if they're going to end up putting a tag system in place that says, if a base is detected in this location, the control point can't spawn there. And it sounds to me like that flag wasn't there yet. And I think that's because they didn't originally. This is the thing. God, stop fucking sitting down, Sam.
Let's just sit here.
Because he immediately sits down and wants to start that licensed music. I think what happened was, because their original vision for the Landsrad and the Deep Desert has had to shift so quickly to adapt to the players' abusing systems, the original system was not designed to have control points being in a PvE area. Because originally the Deep Desert was all PvP, right? So originally the entirety of the Deep Desert was PvP, so all of the control points are in a PvP area. So when they made the change a couple weeks back to make the bottom half of the Deep Desert PvE, now they have conflicting systems. They have a PvP designed component in a patched in PvE component, and it hasn't had the year and a half of testing that it would need to properly work out all these issues prior to being thrown into the live mixture. And so what we're seeing is, we're seeing the growing pains of, hey, these two systems don't mesh. It's going to take us a couple of weeks to get these things ironed out. So when I see people make emotional, God damn it, how dare you, Funcom? You're the worst company ever. I lost my base. Well, first and foremost, a bit of bug report. Funcom has been doing an active job at rolling servers back in cases where people have lost a lot of things. They've also specifically gone back. I know of multiple people who have lost an ornithopter due to that bug, And Funcom has a reporting system in place where if you provide them with the ID number of your ornithopter and the time and the location of where your loss at the ornithopter occurred, they are giving ornithopters back to those players. So Funcom is actively making sure that if someone is impacted by one of those bugs, they are getting their stuff back. So it's a non-issue as far as I'm concerned. But emotional players who live in their mom's basement, we all know how they act.
Good to see you. This eluded even me, despite... Look, I've really come to rely on you lately, and I certainly could not have prepared this data without your help. I've increased your allocation of materials. You should make good... Now define your current order grade. This is an improvement. It's more compact.
Don't care. Not gonna use it.
It's... None of this would have... If you can continue, just come and visit me again soon.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah, we're going to a completely new area. I wonder if I'm gonna see. This is where we're getting into zipline territory, it looks like. It has a 93.9% thumbs up rating, Hector. So I'd say it did well. It didn't get a ton of traffic, but that's okay. It's got like 1,200 views, which is pretty mild. But yeah, like 94% essentially. 93.9%. 94% of people went, yeah, man, that's right. Screw this negative bullshit. Excuse me. I don't know that I'm going to be able to drive over here. This may be a zipline one that they're wanting me to do. That's why they gave me ziplines just before this. I bet we're expected to go over the mountaintops there and build a zipline. Yeah, in a perfect world, a video like that would get 100,000 views, but I'm not big enough for it to get. There definitely seems to be a cap to my videos. I have had a handful of videos, like 6 or 8 videos have broken 100,000 views, right? And I have quite a few that have done like 50,000, like 35 to 50,000. But it does seem to me like there's some sort of, and I have no proof of this, it's supposition. It feels to me like there's definitely a cap in place where YouTube says if your channel is this big, your videos are never really going to go above this point. And then when you get to this size, you get a little bit bigger, and you get to this size, you get a little bit bigger. It definitely feels like that. Because, I'll have guides, like usually my Ultimate Beginner's guides, over the course of a year to a year and a half, will get up to like 75,000 to 100,000 views. But they never really, I don't think I have anything that's gone beyond 120,000 views yet. I'm sort of waiting for like, when do I have a 250,000? Not even that, when do I have a 150,000 view video? Or is that going to be impossible because I have a positive take on things and I'm only ever going to have I'm going to have a lower ceiling because I refuse to dabble in rage bait. Breakable cargo. Is it still like 300 meters or something for these things? Yeah, it's pure supposition on my part, but I do feel like there's a cap based on my following size. Oh, you know, one thing I just remembered is you can't put stuff down on a grid that you don't have connected yet. So there is a zip line right there, but I want to create zip lines up through here. Is that BT's? Let's see. The day off was good. I probably need to have another one, to be honest with you. I probably needed to take like 2 or 3 days off consecutive to let my eyes completely rest. But I can't afford to do that. Not financially afford, audience afford. If you go offline for 3 days, people disappear, and I'm not at a point where I'm willing to take 3 days off. So I could take a day off from here and there, so I'm probably going to take Mondays are probably going to be my light days because I stay up late on Sunday nights to play with my family. So I'll probably be doing light days on Mondays for the next month. All right, so Hector just said so. This is what I just was referring to. Hector said one of my friends came back after a few months away due to a close family member's death, and he's finding his videos are now no longer being put out as much as they used to because they're getting far lower views. And that's exactly why you can't afford to take time off if you are in a growth position. So what I mean by that is if you are a growing content creator and you are focused on growth, you literally cannot afford to take time off, because if you take time off, the algorithm says, oh wait, not as many people are watching your videos anymore, we're going to stop promoting your content like we used to. Taking a day off is not a big deal. Taking 3 days off, I feel, is pushing the limits. You take a few months off, you might as well start a new channel from scratch. Like, it's so hard to come back from that sort of a break because the algorithm is confused. The algorithm says, well, wait, you haven't been publishing any new content. Suddenly you're publishing content again, but your audience went away. So now you're left, this is the thing, you're left with a dead audience. If you had 50,000 followers, and you stop publishing, and 47,000 of those people go elsewhere, they stop following your channel, the algorithm no longer gives them notifications, and when you come back and publish something new, the algorithm says, well, these people haven't watched this channel in 3 months, we're not going to send them a notification for this content because they're getting notifications from the channels that publish every single day, so their notifications are already full, therefore your content gets boned on here. And suddenly, the algorithm says, you're only showing content to 3,000 of your 50,000. Not enough people are engaging. Your content isn't that interesting. We're not going to promote it that much anymore. And it's this catch-22 of you took too much time off, and all your audience went somewhere else. And now they're not going to see your content because the algorithm won't promote your content because their algorithm thinks that your content isn't interesting. So, yes, you can afford to take a day off. But if you're at growth, so this is where I'm going to point to Code Carnage again. Code Carnage runs reruns. So he has a team, and when he takes time off with his kids, it's not dead space. There is a team who are running reruns of his content on his alternate channels, and sometimes his main channel as well. So that even when he's gone out of the office, his content is still running consistently. So even though I took the day off yesterday, I still sat here for 3 hours and did video editing, and I still published like 15 videos yesterday on YouTube. It was a bunch of cut down episodes and reaction clips and everything else. So even though I didn't stream yesterday, I still did stuff. But yeah, I didn't do anything on Twitch yesterday, so. And to be honest with you, the only reason I took a day off is because my eyes were hurting. And if it wasn't an issue, and I probably could have pushed through anyway, but my eyes are literally how I make a living, so it's like I can't risk my eyes. So if my eyes are having issues, it's like I need to take a day off and rest my eyes. So in a perfect world, I would take 2 days off, probably. But I'm not in a place where I want to take 2 days off because June was my best month ever, and we're in the middle of like a massive growth phase. It would be really stupid of me to like take 2 days off. I probably need to take 2 days off, but I'm just gonna take the one and see how I feel. How far away is that? I don't remember. I think it was it 300 meters or 275 meters? I can't remember. Hang on, there's a zip line right over here that someone has built. I wonder if that connects up to there.
You know, Sam, I'm so relieved that tomorrow was unharmed. She must have been terribly nervous, trying to brave an unfamiliar world. But she's safe now, thanks to you, Sam. And now we have to show the girl that we're equipped to take care of her. That the DHB Magellan is a place she shouldn't be afraid to return to. A place that she can call home.
Sure looks like I can get up there. This thing looks rusted to hell and back though, man. That does not go where I want it to. I want it to go up there.
Anyway, we've got the long road ahead of us. Let's get a move on.
No, I don't want to go up there. I want to go to that one. And it's not connected. Oh, well, here's the thing, Gray. So, I mean, it's a thing. Like, so Chris and I haven't done anything. So, we repurposed the YouTube channel from our travel blog into the Homestead channel. Because we were like, why not? We have looked at all of our other social media and said if we ever decide that we're gonna like start producing other social media content for the Homestead channel, we're going to do we're just gonna start all over from scratch because it's way too difficult to come back to a dead community because the reality is those people have all moved on. And there's a thing in content creation and social media with engagement percentages. So the algorithm gets triggered by engagement. How many people are engaging with your content? Not only that, but also from if you ever want to work with a brand, the brands also look at your engagement. But let's talk about it purely from the perspective of the algorithms. If you have a dead audience that you've abandoned for 6 months for whatever reason, and you try to come back to that, the algorithm sees it as a dead audience, and it sees that you might have had 40% engagement before when you were active, but now that you've been inactive for 6 months and those people have moved on. If you have 50,000 followers as an example, and you come back after 6 months and only 500 of those people are engaging with your content, your engagement rate is so low that the algorithm thinks that you're not producing things of value. And so it doesn't promote your content out to the other 49,000 followers that you have because it's a dead audience. So it is, from a statistical standpoint, easier and better to start from scratch, because if you get new followers, they are engaged audience members because they are new and active, and they just saw your content, and they're going to see the next piece of content and the next piece of content and which means their engagement rating is way high. And so the algorithm says high engagement, high promotion. And so, yes, as a general rule, unless you are someone who is like PewDiePie, whatever his name is, and you've got, 50 million followers, you can afford to take, hey guys, I'm going into a sabbatical, because when you come back, you still have a big enough audience that there is a big enough audience built in that when you do come back, enough people are going to have like an, oh shit, he came back, let's see what he posted, that the algorithm is going to pick up on that, and it's going to go somewhere. But the average person who's not a celebrity, who only has, a handful of followers, yeah, it's honestly, the recommendation that I've always given to people is just start from scratch. If you're going to take like a 6-month sabbatical, either you need to have some sort of a like backup plan so that there's a minimum of one piece of content coming out every single week, or just plan on starting from scratch when you come back. It's not worth, unless there's a family emergency, but even then coming back to it, like you're going to be facing an uphill battle to get those people back engaged. And the reality is most of those people moved on. Those are dead accounts. It's tricky. All right, I want to build a zipline. This is my very first zipline. Aim? No, I don't want... What does that mean? Change, so you can have an angle to the zipline now? Shit, that's cool. So it can be straight arced, off to the right, off to the left. Switch structure. No, that's not what I want to do. God damn it. Okay. Why is it not wanting to connect to that one up the hill? It's not that far away. I'm very confused. Like, why won't it register to this one up the hill? Now it will. It's in the red. Why is it in the red, though? It's... Oh, the range. Okay. No, it was the range, JK. I thought I was within the range, but apparently I was outside of the 300 meters. So, okay. That's what it came down to. Okay, build.
Done and dusted.
Construction process now complete.
Okay. By the way, I need to get rid of all these markers.
Commencing delivery route finalized.
No, damn it. Get rid of all markers. Thank you. Oh yeah, and I totally should have, like, adjusted the curve. I didn't think about that, and I can't break it down now. Ugh. All right, whatever.
Yeah! Yay!
All right.
This massive rock formation is known as the North Edge Ridge. It is famous for the dazzling view.
Thank you, Kyle. Give me a hand. Thanks for the help. Thank you, Kyle. Give me a hand. Thank you, Kyle. This one's for you. Thank you, Kyle.
All right, we're good to go. Now we are at the edge of, so I just need to hoof it here, and I can't place another delivery at there. I can't do another. I can't do another zip line at the moment. So, do I have a personal flashlight? I guess I do. Yes, I do. Now I have breakable cargo, so I have to kind of pay attention to this.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Alright, hunker down.
God damn, dude.
Oh, I'm gonna have to deal with winds up here, aren't I? I can hear it.
Okay, here you go, Speed Demon.
I'm off the grid now, right? Yeah, I can't. But I am gonna want to come back and build a zip line up through here. That's yes, yes, please. Hopefully, when I get on the grid, there's already some other zip lines here. Let me go grab this since we're already going to his lab. Come on, turn around. I've heard good things about the new Superman. Oh, hang on, I gotta mute for the music. Licensed music for the win, but also for the loss. Someone was asking earlier about copyright dings. Unfortunately, yes, the only thing you can do is mute because they do not have a streamer mode. You cannot turn the music down. And Kojima Productions website literally says if you're going to stream this game, you just have to turn the music down or mute your stream when the audio plays. Good luck with that. And I have forgotten a couple of times and have gotten dinged. That first stream I didn't know. And I had like 6 dings on that first stream, which means I lost all the monetization from the first stream. You guys can just Google the song and play it while we're playing the game. There you go. I still feel pretty like irritated by the fact that the first line on Kojima Productions website is If you don't want to have any issues, you should seek out the the rights holders to the music and get permission from them to use the music while you're streaming before you stream. And it's like, dude, you don't even publish a track list. How the fuck am I supposed to reach out to all of the music rights holders and get permission before we stream the game? That is like, it's just them absolving themselves of any legal responsibility. And I just feel like it was kind of a crappy move for a multi-million-dollar corporation. It's like, I get that you have a creative vision, but it's 2025. There are people. Streaming is a legitimate thing, like, and has been for more than a decade. There's going to be people streaming your game, and the fact that you're like, well, you should get the rights from the music holders. How about you, as the person who purchased the rights to that music, ensure that the people playing your game don't have any problems? There you go. That's what you should do as a responsible game developer. Rant over. Something else for Heartman's lab. Dude, I'm starting to get a little overburdened here. Yep. Yep. That's exactly my take on things, Joe California. It's very frustrating. Like, if your creative vision means the music is that important to you, then you should have squared the rights. Because Cyberpunk did that. Cyberpunk 2077 has licensed music in its game, and they secured the rights to that music before they launched the game to ensure that everyone who streamed their game and played their game would have zero issues streaming their game on Twitch and YouTube. But they had to pay extra money for that. And the fact that Kojima Productions did not do that just kind of leaves a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth about it, because it's like, obviously the music is important to your creative vision, but not enough to ensure that, you know, it can be uninterrupted for everyone playing. All right, I think no, we still haven't clicked. I thought we were past the music and she's still singing. Hang on. Yeah, Joe, it appears that all they did is just like bought the rights to use it in the game, but they didn't buy the rights to clear it for streaming, which costs extra money. And that kind of sucks. All right, I think we're clear now.
Evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
This place looks demolished.
Process your orders and requests.
Proceeding to order. The condition of this cargo is above average. Your assistance is appreciated. Please use your qubit to initiate.
Okay, extra battery, a jump ramp. I'll probably never use that. A safe house.
Now displaying your current order grade.
This is the President. Once again, you've done it. The northwestern part of the Australian continent has
Right,
been
Joe?
successfully connected to
Exactly.
the chiral network. As a result, the probability of a new plate gate manifesting on this continent has significantly increased. As for what comes next, I believe a drawbridge ally is stationed at this facility. By strengthening your bonds, I have no doubt you will be able to accomplish even greater feats. So don't let me keep you. Your friend is waiting inside.
Facility doors have been unlocked. Please use the entrance to proceed into the facility.
Order completed. Well done.
Australia has a president? I think this guy's actually the president of, I forget the name of the organization. APAS? Okay, so there are definitely zip lines already up there. I wonder if they're going to connect to the one that I built. I can't touch this right now, which is fine. Before I do anything, I'm gonna go check my zip lines because you know we're gonna have to come back or go back, I should say. So I need to figure out.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
That one's up there. I bet I have to get to the peak. To see that one. So let's get up there first. And then we can work our way back down. Oh, my boots are getting a little sketchy. I do have a backup here, though. Okay, there's that one. Oh, I can surely get line of sight down there. We got this. PCC2. Oh yeah. 320. Alright, it's PCC, level 2. Ooh, there's a... Oh, where does that go? And where is it? Oh yeah, there's no way I'm connecting that. Well, I might be able to if I put it over here. Where does it go, though? I have a feeling I'm going to get blocked if I go over here too far, though. But hey, if I can double whammy this thing, connect it to an existing one that goes down there, I don't know what the purpose of that would be, but why not? Yeah, we're still got a line of sight issue. Yeah, I'm thinking that's not a reality. Sorry. Oh, hang on. Oh, I forgot about that. Joe, thank you for reminding me. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. The angle thing. I forgot all about the angle thing.
Thanks for stopping by.
That's a new thing to this one, so I could arc it up and over. Boom.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for reminding me about that. I forgot all about the new angle feature. I'm used to the first game where it was just straight only, right?
Construction process now complete.
Okay, so let me go back up over the mountain because I've got one more that I could place. And I may have inadvertently curved this one too. It just doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Feel that speed!
But I may have inadvertently curved this. Now I wonder if the next question is, I wonder if you can curve existing ones, or if once the curve is set, it's set. Because that was a pretty serious limitation in the first game, is you would find a really cool place to place a zipline, and you couldn't do it. Okay, yeah, now this is where my existing zipline was too far down the mountain. Because that's mine over there, I think. So I have to get it in between.
Edge Ridge unstable, however. Rockfalls have been the cause of many accidents, so proceed with caution.
Okay, so I think the next one is this one right here. Which is...
A worn path is definitely the way to go.
330, 420, so we gotta bridge the distance here. I bet we could just go to the top of this ridge line and we'll be good. Yep. Alright, let's do this. PCC2. Zipline. Booyah. Yeah, let's curve it out. Why not? I think this could be fun, just to have some variety to it.
Looking good.
Alright, I should be able to get all the way from base to base now.
Construction process now complete.
This should take me all the way down to F2, and then I can get all the way back to Heartman's lab now. Ah, so satisfactory, man. This is the best part of the first game for me, was building zip lines. I had so much fun. I also, though, I do have to worry about finishing the damn storyline before the 15th and Destiny 2 drops. So at some point, I can't get too sidetracked building shit. I don't have time to do a completion of this. Otherwise, I'll be here the next 6 months. All right, cool. Yeah. We're definitely gonna get all. We can get all the way back. Oh, it's the Dowser, not the. Yeah. But this is as far as I can go. We're back at the Dowser, not the F2. If I want to do F2, I'm gonna have to go over the Riz line. But there's somebody's got one up over there. Which I didn't even notice until now. Yeah, I can't even see it from here. There's definitely a zip line over there on that ridge line. That's right, all those... I'll never forget the people who were telling me that I was wasting my time building those zip lines when I was doing it live. Exactly, JK. Joseph, yeah, you can't curve one's already built. Gotcha. Zanproth, God, I can't pronounce that name. Zanpathies, thanks for the raid over on Twitch, appreciate it. There is a weight limit for new people on YouTube and Twitch, so it'll be about 10 minutes before anybody can chat. We do that to cut down on spam and people trying to drop links in the chat immediately upon joining, so hopefully you guys can understand that and appreciate it. Hopefully you stick around for 10 minutes. Welcome aboard. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. Since you guys are new and just tuning in, daily streams on YouTube and Twitch. I multi-stream in both places. This is the day job. I'm live every single morning starting about 5 a.m. Central on YouTube and Twitch. Currently playing Death Stranding 2, Dune Awakening, and a little bit of Rogue Trader for a second playthrough since Owlcat Games got me the key. We'll be starting Destiny 2 on the 15th, Tales of the Shire on the 29th. Everything in between the streams happens on YouTube. Game guides, movie reviews, TV show reviews, and etc. Where does this go, by the way? Yeah! Wife and I are currently watching Sandman Season 2. I'm finishing up Murderbot. And I'll be starting Foundation Season 3 and Strange New Worlds Season 3 this month as well. There's also a homestead channel. I have a homestead in southeast Mexico. So if you guys are into homestead stuff, ducks, chickens, cats, Mexican food, you'll also want to follow the homestead channel. There's a Discord, a Patreon, and all the socials. Twitter, X, Instagram, Facebook, Bluetooth, TikTok.
Good morning to you.
Murderbot's good. I got sidetracked because of Dune Awakening. My only complaint, Joe, is that the episodes are short. They went the Star Wars, Disney Plus Star Wars route, and the episodes are like 20 minutes long. And then it sucks because like I want to watch like Foundation as an example. The episodes are like 1 hour long, high production values, and Murderbot is like really good, fast paced, fun. But it's like the first episode was 45 minutes, and then all the episodes since have been like 20 minutes long. It's like, ugh. I'll be right back, everybody. Yeah, Foundation has been really good. I just saw somebody I think it was on X last night said that don't bite me, Blanca. Said that they had done an early access viewing of season 3 of Foundation and said that season 3 is better than the first 2 seasons. And I was like, "Oh, that's high praise because I feel like it's one of the best sci-fi productions, like production value wise. I still think I like Battlestar Galactica and The Expanse more than I do Foundation, but Foundation is it's in my top 5 for sure, like favorite sci-fi shows of all time. It's really good. Critical Digit just resubbed for the 6th month in a row on Twitch. I salute you, Critical Digit. Thank you so much for the support. Yes, Joe. I believe they got permission. Don't quote me on this. I think they were confirmed for 2 more seasons of the 3-body problem to do a full 3-season arc. And the next 2 seasons are being filmed back to back. And so whenever we get the next season. But I reviewed the 3-body problem. Pretty sure I reviewed that here on the channel. The Netflix version, anyway. 3-body. I might have reviewed that on the other channel when I was experimenting with the other channel. I definitely reviewed it. Good show. Trippy, man. Way too short, though. The season was way too short. So I'm hoping that because we got 2 more seasons confirmed, once you watch it all back to back, it'll make more sense as a completed story arc.
Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
I remember being grossed out on the boat scene with like the razor wire stuff. That was like, oh my god. Some terrifying stuff.
Inside.
Blanca, you want to come up here? No.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Upper beach reference frame confirmed. UB coordinates are L 47.37, B plus 6.32.
His glasses.
Heartman.
Huh. You're looking well, Sam. Thank you for coming. Oh. It's been a while.
Ticker still holding up?
Thanks to this support unit, I can flatline anytime, anywhere, without worry. No need for beds and the like either. I can sleep standing up. Not bad, eh?
Still looking for him, huh?
I am. You're a large part of the reason I came to this place.
You okay?
I've been rather
Yeah, I would love one of those too, JK.
I might say I'm on the verge of heartbreak. Still, it's a small price to pay for mapping the beach. And now that my work here is complete, I can accompany you all on your journey. Oh, we undertook the beach mapping program to help determine the most efficient strategy for linking up Australia. While near death, I traversed the beach and provided location data to APAS, which it used to build a database. Oh, APAS was my partner in this, you see. I also collected water samples from the various beaches I visited, which I duly deposited in the form of my own tears.
Nice.
Apparently, the water somehow circulates between them and the world of the living. The samples were required to study the phenomenon.
You better be careful. You just about
This is the
fell,
first I've
honey.
heard of it. I didn't think this was your field.
What are you doing?
Oh, it isn't. Far from it. I collected the samples for the benefit of a collaborator. In the process, I placed a greater strain on my heart. But it's nothing to worry about.
What you doing?
Like it or not, they all wear out sooner
Do you
or
want to say
later.
hi to everybody? You don't normally sit on Daddy's lap.
You sure you're okay?
You're probably gonna jump down in 2 seconds, aren't you? Yep. There she goes. Are you ready to go out? Let me get through this cutscene. She does not ask to go out. Oh shit! What was that?
All good in there?
She doesn't verbally ask, so I have to pay attention when she goes to the door, because otherwise she will pee in here. She's never peed in the office, but she has peed in the house before, because she's still getting used to... All the other cats ask.
Is that all you're gonna take?
They'll cry at the door.
Yes. Everything I need is already stowed on the DHV Magellan. This here is my insurance. Well then, shall we go to the DHV Magellan?
We shall. Hey, yes, I'm coming. Just give me 2 seconds. Yes, good girl. Alright, give me a couple minutes. I gotta put her outside and do some... No, they ask at the door, sir.
Let's just sit here for a second.
Alright. Played musical cats. Wake up. Where the heck am I going? Whoa. Trippy. Oakley dokley. There's my trusty truck. Yeah, I'm gonna start pushing the story a little bit harder, Joe, because I've spent a bunch of time. I'm like 35 plus hours in, and I've done a lot of road building. I need to start kind of focusing because I do have a limited window of time to beat the story.
Ah, Sam. You're the last to arrive.
I got about a week left,
Now
so
we're
I
all
gotta
here. Let's get to it.
gotta focus.
Recently, I received a number of strange mails that were apparently sent to me by none other than myself. And Fragile has been receiving similar communications too. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I got a few about Lou's records.
It goes without saying, I did not, in fact, send them. It's all very distressing and gave me palpitations. An especially concerning mail reached me not long ago. Attached were some highly sensitive UCA documents on BBs and chiral communications technology, including classified records of the BBs who were sacrificed to build the foundation of the chiral network. These extraordinary children were the catalyst required for the network to route data through the beach. They served a bridge between the beach and our world, hence the Bridge Baby moniker. They were originally intended for the sole purpose of sustaining the chiral network. I'd like to discuss the implications of these records in my possession, but before that, I can tell you how Bridge Babies were developed in more detail, if you wish. R&D commenced shortly after the Death Stranding was first observed. The inciting incident having occurred during the performance of a cesarean section to save the child of a brain-dead mother. But perhaps the rest should be explained by someone who remembers the period. If you're willing to indulge me.
I can't speak with any authority, but if you insist. When the obstetrician touched the fetus during the procedure, it's said they glimpsed the beach. Subsequent research revealed that the unborn children and still mothers possessed a special connection to the place. While communications utilizing the beach had been theorized, the framework was incomplete. These children proved to be the missing link. Afterwards, development of the chiral network began in earnest, or so I'm told.
Wait, I have a question.
By all means.
What about when I was putting Mexico on the grid? Or my work in Australia? Have I been condemning kids this whole time?
Worry not, Sam. The new Cupid model does not require a human catalyst. You can be assured of that.
Based on your word?
Bridget was president when this all began, and she wouldn't permit women to be deliberately rendered brain-dead in order to produce BB. But the Bridges researchers were not deterred, and they pressed on with their plan in spite of the president's misgivings. To secure test subjects, it seems Bridges smuggled pregnant women into the country from Mexico, among other places. Consequently, they were able to produce the BBs needed to make the chiral network a reality. And 4 years ago, the first Bridges expedition embarked on their journey. This is what I received from the sacrificial BBs. Including backups, a total of 10 units were prepped for integration, but only 9 were used to lay the foundations of the North American network. I attempted to ascertain the whereabouts of the 10th, to no avail. But as drawbridge, we should have a higher security clearance than me personally. Just to be prudent, would you mind running a search?
Johnny Hansen celebrating 6
Deadman
months of
determined,
membership over on
there was
YouTube. Thank you so
another
much for that. Appreciate the
BB-28
support.
that existed before Lou, which was decommissioned. Fragile later discovered that 4 years
Johnny!
ago, Lou
Yes,
was assigned BB-28 serial number, and for reasons unknown, placed into storage. Now, the first expedition also set off 4 years ago, and they could surely have made use of another functional BB unit. Yet again, for reasons unknown, Lou remained in storage.
Okay.
So did they have other plans for Lou? Was Lou deemed unsuitable for sacrifice? Or was Lou excluded from the mission for some other reason?
Like what?
Cardiac arrest imminent. 30 seconds remaining.
Not finding anything here. All the official records claim BB-28 was decommissioned. That's it. There's also nothing to suggest a connection between the missing BB and Lou.
Still, we know for a fact that they played a part in the first BB experiments. So we have to ask the question, did Lou play one too?
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, the talking head bot is definitely not programmed by the government. Man, I'm ready for another. Aren't they filming it right now? I'm gonna go look here real quick.
I hope I didn't wake us up. I have some news that I wish to share. A schematic for a marvelous device has been added to the Level 2 portable chiral constructor. It's called a transponder. Once you've built 2 or more in separate locations, you'll be able to travel between them instantaneously by way of the beach. The forensic mapping of which made this breakthrough possible. Safe houses and large facilities such as distribution centers have already been outfitted with transponders. You should make the most of them.
Sam, this is Charlie. We have another assignment for you to attend to. Head to Heartman's lab and access the delivery terminal to pick up this main order.
So I was just looking up Boondock Saints because I was thinking, didn't they announce the 3rd movie was finally entering production? March 2024, Thunder Road Films, Dragonfly Films, and Possible Dream Production announced a reimagining of the franchise with Norman Reedus and Sean Flannery reprising their roles and serving as executive producers, although Duffy would not return as director. So theoretically, they are in production of the 3rd Boondock Saints film, which I hope turns out to be legit. Because the first movie was great. Second one, not so great. But the first film, man, really, really good. Well, if it's like the first one, you can't take anything through. It's just your body. Let's go to the surface. Time for a trippy dream sequence.
What kind of cargo?
I have to smuggle them in.
Now, who was that?
We gotta go to the terminal at Heartman's lab, which is right down the road. Just down the path here.
Sam,
next major site to be linked to the chiral network is in the eastern reaches of the continent, East Fort Knott. Our original plan would have had us route a connection through North Fort Knott, allowing for a simple and direct trip. Unfortunately, that city was completely obliterated by a void out. As a result, we have had to devise a new approach, utilizing a series of connections between preppers in the region.
Oh, so we're gonna go
easier said than
prepper
done,
base to
of course.
prepper base.
Some of these preppers are currently refusing to join the network.
Yeah, this is the same in the
But
first game.
according to APAS's latest simulations, enlisting the cooperation of the pizza chef should enable us to win over
Oh, this is the
these
guy who
holdouts.
teaches us pizza kung
Your
fu.
first objective is therefore to bring the pizza chef online. And it just so happens that the cargo he's requested is being stored at this very facility. It's been designated a chilled delivery due to its sensitivity to heat, so you should transport it at night or in the rain. Or perhaps take advantage of a pickup off-roader's covered cargo shelf, which should ensure it doesn't get exposed to direct sunlight. Undertake the main order on this delivery terminal when you're ready.
Let me go get my truck. Right. Pizza delivery man mode engaged. Deliver the beach yeast. Okay. Oh shit. Of course we gotta go through like. Of course we do. The easiest thing is probably gonna be to go around. Somebody's got a zip line over here. I wonder if...
Commencing route creation.
Let's go over here. And go down to here. And then probably... over... Yeah, if I can go around these ruins, that'll be ideal.
Delivery route finalized. This cargo has been designated for chill.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Alright, let's do a quick save.
You're mine.
Sam, I don't recognize that device over there. Proceed with caution.
Yeah. We're about to find out. fuck was that?
Sam,
I don't know.
something appears to be approaching us.
I'm not slowing down. I don't know what's approaching us. I'm not
It's
slowing down.
exploding. Is it some sort of homing landmine? Sam, we're in serious danger here.
Yeah. Well, let's not stop.
Good morning to you. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the
Welcome and thank you for coming. I'll inspect your cargo. Excellent work. This cargo is in perfect condition.
I do aim to please, and I delivered it in 30 minutes or less.
I knew you would arrive soon. You are a very dependable man. Please, connect me to this network of yours.
Ooh, I want his beanie.
Now displaying your current
Thank you. This technology is remarkable. I expect I'll receive plenty of new business. And speak of the devil, a new order just came in now. I look forward to seeing you again soon, Sam.
Excellent work, Sam. You made a big difference today.
I am Pizza Man. Durbo says I get the beanie at 3 stars.
Further expansion of the chiral network. Anyway, let's press on to the next site awaiting you and your Cupid, shall we? It bears mentioning that the denizen located there has a reputation as a very cautious individual. Take care not to give them cause to doubt your intentions. Go ahead and pick up your new main order from the delivery terminal on site, so we can get underway.
Now, technically, there's stairs down here now. I can't go in, though. Deliver a piping hot pizza to the data scientist. Oh, there's sub-orders, too. Ooh, the architect? Okay. Just says you can connect after you connect them. You can build a zipline? Yeah, I drove around them completely. If you can build a zipline to fly over them, then that's gonna be fun. Just be like, see ya, bitches. This looks like... Man, I don't know about the delivery through there. That looks like I can't drive my vehicle. Look at those pillars. I may have to do that one on foot. Or if I can drive all the way around to the left. I bet I'm gonna have to drive around if I want to deliver this with the vehicle. It's an express order. Okay. Well, let me do a quick save. Because I tell you what, express order means this is a good place for me to wrap up this portion of the morning stream and move over to Dune Awakening, because we have a lot of stuff we got to get done in Dune Awakening today, since it's a new deep desert launch. So that's gonna wrap up the Death Stranding 2 portion of today's stream. If you're watching on Twitch, just hang out for a few minutes. I'll be back here in a few with Dune Awakening. If you're on YouTube, you'll just need to wait till I have the link up, and you'll need to refresh the page. Also, stay tuned to social media and Discord. I'll have links out here in a few. Give me like 15, 20. I'm going to do a quick, I got to check in with Chris and do some stretches and stuff, but I'll be back here pretty quick with Dune Awakening as we continue the morning stream, everybody.